The actual cost of the engagement and wedding photos varies greatly by city and what is included in the package, but a general estimate is $300 to $500 for engagement photo shoots, $2,500 to $10,000 for wedding shoots, according to Steve Lesnick, photographer at Toast Photo.
Why I'm making this video tonight is because recently I've been getting a lot of emails asking me for my price for photography as far as weddings are concerned. My quote for wedding photography is $1,999 for up to 8 hours and $300 an hour after that. Engagement photos are anywhere from $150 to $300, but it varies. It depends on how far I have to go, what the couple are looking for. There's a lot of variables as far as engagement photo shoots are concerned. But wedding photos, let me break it down as far as why it costs this much and maybe not even cost that much, because according to Steve Lesnick, I'm charging pennies compared to what other people are charging. Number one, I'm not even gonna number this because I have no idea where my number system is coming from, where it's going, what number I'm at. First and foremost, weddings, while I love the end result, weddings can be a nightmare. You are dealing with a bride that needs to be 10,000 places at once, a groom that rarely cares, family that not only want to be in every picture, but they also want to stand behind you and take the picture that you're taking as you're taking it. I feel like I'm stepping too far. I'm jumping ahead of myself. There's no rhyme or reason to this. I'm just kind of rambling. When a bride emails me about a potential wedding gig that she wants me to do, if you've emailed me, that means that you are interested in working with me. You've seen my work. You trust that I'm a good photographer. You want me to be there on your wedding day. Let's work it out. I'm gonna give you my pricing. You're gonna think it over. Then you're gonna get back to me and let me know what you want to do. It's not just show up to a wedding and take photos. That's not how it works. You have to get there before the bride and groom. For myself, and I'm not speaking for any other photographer, but as far as I am concerned, there are two different types of weddings that you can do. There is the wedding where you spend every waking moment of the wedding day with the bride. And then there's the wedding where the bride is just kind of like, we want a couple photos, come hang out, we'll chit chat, take some photos, then you can leave. That second type of wedding is not necessarily something that I consider a wedding. I'm going to charge you a couple $100, I'm gonna come hang out with you, and then I'm gonna roll. The other kind of wedding though, it's not just go to the wedding and take a bunch of photos. I need to be at the bride's house while she's getting ready, be at the salon while she's getting ready. I have to get photos of the dress, hair, friends, makeup, the shoes, all of the little accessories. I have to go to the venue before the bride arrives. I have to take pictures of the table settings, all the little name cards, all of the beautiful things that I love taking photos of because the bride and the groom put so much time and effort into planning it. I love capturing that stuff. Bride arriving, groom up by the altar, walking down the aisle, pictures of the whole ceremony, pictures of the family afterwards. The family photos though, just people everywhere wanting their photo taken. I don't really look at it now. It could take over an hour just to get family photos done. Then I finally get time alone with the bride and groom, get to wander off into somewhere and get beautiful photos, back to the wedding reception and cake cutting and pictures of the food and pictures of the guests dancing, and all of these fun things are happening, and cake cutting, if I didn't already say that, and then wrapping up the night, and then I get to go home. But what a lot of people don't understand is it doesn't end there. At the end of a wedding day, I haven't sat down, I haven't eaten. If I've eaten, it's been like chomping down 3 bites of my food because there's other things to get photos taken of, because I don't work with other photographers. I have, and I like it, and I'm not against it, but usually it's just me. So at the end of the wedding, I drag my tired, sore-footed self to my car. I turn my heated seats on, I drive home, and I can't even move. I'm so exhausted. Then comes editing. And this is where I don't even think I've touched on the fact everything I own is expensive. Cameras, lenses, external flashes, diffusers, bags, memory cards, USBs, my laptop, which was expensive in its own. All of these things have to be factored in. So when I give you a quote for any of my services, you can't just say, well, I really just need you to show up and take photos. Or you can't dumb down. I'm not just pulling a number out of my ass and saying, this is what you should pay me. There's reasons behind everything. I can work out prices. I can go back and forth. I'm not against haggling. Let's work something out, because I would rather you have beautiful photos than have some crappy friend of a friend who doesn't really know what they're doing take half-ass photos that you're just kind of like, I'm not gonna show anybody these. Oh, and I didn't even touch on the fact that I have to be creative all day trying to think of different photos and how this is gonna look cool and how I should pose you and how I should pose you and how I should pose you and how I should pose all of these people to try to make these photos look as best as they can to show my talent. So I think I'm very talented. I love taking pictures of people. I love it when people let me take pictures of them. I love when people ask me if I can take their picture. It's just infuriating sometimes, most of the time, always, when you are just be respectful. I think that's it. Yeah, okay, I'm done. Bye. This shit's on fleek though, right?